Hi, I'm Ward Blackwell. Welcome to Front Street 411. Today, we're going to focus on advocacy. Now, you'd be justified in asking why we're talking about that in August. As I've shared with you before, the General Assembly generally takes a recess for the whole month of August, so this is a slow time at the Capitol in any year. Heck, the General Assembly is slow relative to most things at any time of year, and they're really slow this year when it comes to passing a budget. Heck, they're slower than a snail moving through peanut butter. So, they're passing very few bills right now, but that doesn't mean that there isn't plenty of PDA advocacy going on. Consider our first insurance reform bill this session. Lots of conversations with key legislators have been taking place the past few months, and they're ongoing as we explain the current issues with dental insurance credentialing. The Senate version of that bill now has 3 additional co-sponsors, and we're no longer seeing strong opposition. And while it may still be a few weeks before the Senate bill is heard in committee, now is the time to reach out if your senator's on that committee. Now, arguably, the biggest advocacy issue right now is community water fluoridation. As noted before, bills have been filed to ban community water fluoridation in the Commonwealth. Much as with our efforts on the credentialing bills, though, PDA's governmental affairs team has been having regular conversations with key legislators the past few weeks. Now, nothing in the Capitol is ever certain. Counting your chickens before they're hatched in that place is as risky as juggling flaming chainsaws while riding a unicycle on a tightrope over a shark tank. But the PDA team does agree that our efforts on the water fluoridation bills are steadily making it less likely that those bills will even get out of committee. Of course, water fluoridation is making news in other ways. At least 4 media outlets in Pennsylvania have run stories on fluoridation in the last couple of months, with PDA representatives, or our allies, being quoted in all of them. PDA has sent or signed on to letters supporting the continuation of fluoridation and the availability of fluoride supplements. And we've compiled and shared a considerable amount of resources to use when needed in grassroots advocacy. But I should stress that from a strategic standpoint, PDA is focusing its efforts on the grass tops, not grassroots, grass tops, opinion leaders, government officials, that sort of thing. We will, of course, respond as needed at the grassroots level, but it's a lot better for us if we can keep the fight in the State House in DC. Fluoride battles at the local level tend to disproportionately energize the fanatics and conspiracy theorists to fill the room at their local council meeting. Yes, the facts are on our side, but there literally are people who believe the Earth is flat, the moon landings were fake, and those things in the sky are chemtrails, not contrails. And the facts clearly disproving those things simply don't matter to those folks. And enough voters who are riled up by bad information and also unswayed by facts can be awfully hard for a politician to ignore. So PDA is ready for those smaller fights, but we don't want to inadvertently start any. So, in other advocacy news, the ADA has confirmed that the final version of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act that Congress passed did indeed include restoration of the pass-through entity tax deduction. There would have been a nearly 5% increase on many dental practices' taxes were it not for organized industry's advocacy efforts on this issue. So, to all of you who contacted your senators and representatives in Congress in support of this issue, give yourself one big pat on the back. And while you're at it, why not use the other arm to write a check to PadPac? If we're going to maintain our advocacy momentum, nothing greases the axles like campaign contributions to key lawmakers. And the beauty of an association like PDA with nearly 5,000 members, if everyone gave just a little, even $50, we'd easily be one of the largest PACs in the Commonwealth. Finally, if you're doing any summer cleanouts of your office, we've got some news for you. We recently updated our waste management guidelines, which includes a list of vendors that may be able to assist you with proper disposal of those unwanted items. And speaking of unwanted items, I've got some new dad jokes. Did you hear the one about...
The awful dad joke you were about to hear has been interrupted as a public service to PDA members. You're welcome.